Welcome to the Reese Report. I'm the mouth of the North, Andrew Reese, and I'm joined this week by Jose Carlos Gomes for What's Bothering Us. Now, before we get into the show, we'd like to invite you to join us. Please like, please subscribe, please tell us what you think of our show. We've had a nice boost in our subscribers recently. We'd like to thank everyone who has joined our channel, who has joined the conversation. We would like to continue that upward trend. And this is the show that started. That's What's Bothering Us. So, without further ado, I know Jose has had a lot on his mind this week. So let's ask Jose, what's bothering him?
I got lots of things bothering me. First of all, let's talk about my ball hockey on Friday night. Some fucking retard puts a stick underneath my freaking foot, okay, on an icing, for fuck's sakes. Makes me twist my ankle, and now it's like fucking swollen like shit. And I can't, and I'm going to Miami with the swollen ankle like it's purple and yellow. First of all, dude, I understand it wasn't on purpose, but like, come on, dude. It's an icing, for fuck's sakes. What are you even doing putting the stick between any guy's legs? That's fucking cheap
This
shit.
was brutal, guys. I had a perfect view of this.
Retarded.
It was brutal. It was like he just stuck his stick, right? It was brutal.
And like, I could have fucking broken my ankle. I could have fucking broken my foot, like on a stupid play. Like, I understand if it was an icing or we're challenging each other for the ball, but it was an icing. That's number one. That's pissed me off the worst. Here I am thinking I'm gonna miss my trip going to Miami with the fucking broken foot. But anyways, thank God everything's okay. So I'm on my way. Second of all, it's these stupid, horrible NFL calls on the quarterbacks.
Oh my God.
I understand you want to protect your quarterbacks and you don't want them to get hurt. But dude, come on. The one on Brady this week, the guy's rolling him over on top of him, for fuck's sakes, and you're calling a roughing the passer. And then on the Monday night, the guy strips the ball from the quarterback. He protects himself so he doesn't land on top of him. He puts his hand down, and here you are still fucking calling a roughing the passer. Come on, man. The NFL's gone soft,
Yeah.
especially right now. I understand those low hits and the hits to the head on the quarterbacks, absolutely, and you drive him down. I can agree with. But when you're making stupid calls like that, that could change the game. Especially Atlanta, they would have possession with 3 minutes left, and they could have a possibility to tie the game or win the game or whatever it is, right? So I think the referees should at least review it, or they should change the rules, or should they? I think it's best if you just review the calls. Like, you have technology, you have the replays, you can stop the game and see if that's a penalty or not.
So this is a reaction, Jose. This is a reaction to Tua getting hurt.
Exactly. I understand that. Yeah. But these plays were nothing compared to what
I know.
Tua had.
Yeah.
And these and I understand you want to protect the quarterbacks and you don't want to like get sued and because of this concussion protocol and stuff like that. But like, come on.
Yeah.
So, NFL's getting started to get like a pussy league pretty soon. Pretty soon you can't even touch the quarterback. You just the two-hand touch him or something on the floor.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah. The NFL screwed that up.
And the third one is that Cristiano Ronaldo is the GOAT, scoring 700 goals, club goals.
What did I say at the pool, Jose? What did I say at the pool? Make this guy a super sub and watch him score goals.
It's not even make super sub. Just let the man play, because the more game time the guy has, the more playing time that he gets, the more into the game and the more game shape he's gonna do. Like, it's hard for a player, any player. You can be young, old, a guy that comes only in like 20 minutes towards the end or half an hour towards the end. How is he gonna get into shape? How is he gonna get into game rhythm? He's not. You need the guy to play at least 2 or 3 games in 90 minutes or whatever. And he's physically capable of doing that. And he's physically and he's agility wise, he's great. Like last game against Everton, he's coming back to help out the defense at the end. He's tackling, he's winning balls, he's giving through nice passes, he's scoring goals.
Yeah.
So
in fairness, Jose, though, he wasn't doing that last year.
No, absolutely not. But the problem is, it wasn't just him; it was everybody.
Like, I know.
You can't just blame it on Ronaldo.
I know. It was everybody.
It was everybody.
Yeah.
And you notice the difference right now between the team is when Harry Maguire is not playing defense.
Yes.
You can notice the difference between the way the team defends and they play when Harry Maguire is on the field and when he's not on the field. I'm not just saying it's Harry Maguire. Last year was everybody. Everybody played like shit.
Yeah.
I just think everybody was out of position. They didn't have any formation set. They didn't have anything. So, but this year, with the coach, he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
I still think they still need more help.
Yeah.
I think they need a better midfield to compete against cities and Liverpools and the bigger teams. I just think they need a stronger midfield.
Yeah.
But besides that, that's all that's bothering me this week.
To all my friends out there, this is not an insult to Ronaldo. He's 37 years old. If Ten Hag is going to play a press style, Ronaldo can't play 90 minutes pressing people at age 37. So if you're going to play that style, it suits Rashford, it suits Anthony, it suits Bruno Fernandes, fine. But if you need a goal, then you use him as a super sub. You'll be fresh against more tired players. He can make the runs. He can still jump like Michael Jordan for a header. Okay, that's the way you use Ronaldo in that system. Unless you're going to sell him in January. And to what's bothering me, I'm going to tell you how you can fix that problem. Because this guy, I'm going to get into what's bothering me now. Jose, you cut in when you Kylian Mbappe. What is wrong with this guy? I've never in my life seen a bigger crybaby in my life than Kylian Mbappe. And this is a guy who plays with Neymar, who we know is one of the biggest crybabies in the world, one of the biggest egos you'll ever see in your life. As much as I crap on Cristiano Ronaldo, Ronaldo's a professional. Even if he's not playing, he'll be a professional on the bench. He'll be a professional with his teammates. Kylian Mbappe is complaining about where he's playing, how he's playing, the way he's being used. I got betrayed because they didn't get me a center back. I got betrayed because they didn't get me a central striker. Like, are you kidding me? You're playing with one of the greatest players that's ever lived in Messi, and Neymar, when he actually in a World Cup year, and if you notice, Neymar plays his best in World Cup years. Neymar's at his best right now because he's in a World Cup year. And when you play for Brazil, you will not play if you're not at your best because Brazil's loaded. So Neymar shows up every 4 years, so he can play for Brazil. But when Brazil's not going to play, yes. Sorry, go ahead.
The problem is with Mbappe, they gave him the keys to everything.
I know.
So that's the problem. They babied him into everything. So he's the highest paid player on the team. They gave whatever he wanted, they gave it to him. And that's the problem.
Yeah, to prevent him from going to Real Madrid, they gave him everything. And but what an ego on this guy! Like here's the thing.
He thinks he's good, but he's not that greatest. The only thing that saves him is his speed, because finishing wise, he's not even in the top 10.
Yeah.
Not even maybe not top 10, but like he's not even top 5 in the world.
And I think that's what bothers him, Jose, is that like Messi and Neymar have played better than him this year. 100%.
100%.
So he's third best on the team right now. That probably bothers him.
Yeah, but dude, like be a professional and play soccer and just shut up, man. You're making the most money on the team. Now, when you have a Neymar and Messi on your team and you're making the most money, and you're still young, man. Like, dude, like, come on, just stop being a baby and play soccer.
They haven't lost a game. PSG has a chance if they can shore up their defense. They've got a chance. They got a great goaltender in Donnarumma. They can win Champions League if this idiot, takes his head out of his ass.
The problem is too many egos on that team. Yes. That's the problem. It's too many egos, and they don't have a coach to control that. Yes. They need a coach to control that. But it's on any given day, those guys can smoke anybody out of the park, like the way they play and stuff like that. Yeah. With those three up front. But the problem is Neymar wants the ball on his feet. Messi wants the ball on his feet. And then Mbappe wants the ball on his feet. But then after, when they lose the ball, it's they all three of them just stay up there. They don't give a shit. Yeah. And then it's just, you have like Vitinhas and Verratti's playing, covering their ass all the time. If it wasn't for those two guys, they would have been done already a long time ago.
See, here's the problem with what I have with Mbappe, is that he wants to play on the left side, which is where Neymar plays and is playing at his best. The coach is doing a good job in France. I heard that. The coach is doing a good job in PSG, is playing Neymar at his best position, and he's playing Messi at his best position. Here's the thing. If Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, he's not going to play left because Vinicius is there. in the middle is Benzema, and on the other
He'll
side
probably play right.
is Rodrigo. So where's he going to play in Real Madrid?
Well, he has to play on the right. You rather play him than Rodrigo. You're
No,
not
but
going to take Vinicius Jr.
it's not like
You know,
he's
I
going to
know.
go.
I understand what you're
He's not
saying.
going to go to Madrid and control things. Real Madrid is a team that doesn't get controlled by nobody.
Exactly, and they have a coach that's a hard ass like
Right.
Ancelotti that they won't let him
So
do that shit.
if he thinks it's going to be better over there, it's not. I got news for him. He's not going to control shit over there. So this guy, he's got to get his ego and he's got to put it aside, like for the betterment of the team. So Mbappe irritates me. I want to get that off there and tell Gil if he's too chicken to come on the show to shut his mouth. Now, Leaf fans. Listen. This is what drives me nuts about Leaf fans. People want to call me a closet Leaf fan. People who know me best know I'm not. But here's the thing that drives me nuts. All preseason long, these freaking Leaf fans are talking about how great Murray and Samsonov are. They're not allowing any goals. They're killing the Habs every game. And every single one of these Leaf fans said to you, it's the preseason. Don't pay attention to the preseason. It means nothing. Now, for those of you who don't know, we're recording this on a Wednesday after the Leafs lost to Montreal 4-3. Matt Murray. Matt Murray. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Matt Murray, who everyone was talking about as the old 4 years ago Stanley Cup champion, 4 goals on 23 shots. He was awful. The defense that everyone's saying is the greatest defense that's ever been in a Leaf uniform was awful. Okay? So when I say to you that it's a big gamble for the Leafs to have this goaltending with that defense, it's not me being a hater. It's me analyzing fucking hockey. Okay? It's not me being a hater. I told you my team is in trouble too because they're all old. Okay? And I got a GM in Hextall who wants to keep the band together. Doesn't mean we're going to win nothing. What I say about the Leafs is true. And it got proven tonight. The Habs got their ass kicked in the preseason all year, the whole preseason. And they came out in this game and said, try to kick our ass now. And you know what happened? The Leafs got their ass handed to them.
Okay, can I talk now?
Now you can talk, Jose.
Okay, listen. I know, like you said, preseason is preseason. It's bullshit because you're playing against guys from the AHL that trying to make the teams and stuff like that.
Squads.
So you can't go on that. Tonight's game, it wasn't the greatest, but you can't blame everything on Murray. Okay, maybe the second goal, he should have had that one because it went on over his.
He doesn't make the big save, Jose.
But dude, like that fourth goal, it's a top shelf shot. It's a giveaway by Muzzin in the slot. You can't do that. The first goal,
Muzzin and how many years now, Jose, have Muzzin and Justin Hall been shitting the bed, and Keefe still puts them together? Explain it to me.
No, 100%. I don't understand. Well, they're trying to get rid of Hall so then they can put Liljegren when he comes back.
And then you got two old guys. You got Muzzin and Giordano together. Like the defense is old and inexperienced. Let's not.
No, they're it's true, but it's still the beginning. It's the first game of the season. Yes. You can't base that on the first game of the season.
My argument is don't get too excited about the preseason. It means nothing.
100%. So it's preseason. Like you can't expect anything great from preseason when you're playing against guys they're not even gonna make the teams and the respective teams anyway. So I totally agree with you. It was a tough game. They should have done better. They had like lots of scoring chances. Allen kept Montreal in the game, and Montreal buried some of the chances at the end of the game.
Now, Cole Caulfield is a really good player, by the way. Just in case
100%. He's got a crazy shot.
He's special.
He's a sniper. That guy. Okay? That guy's a sniper.
Now, here's the other thing. Again, not Leaf hate. There's a reason why Kyle Dubas didn't get an extension. Okay, it's not because I don't like the Leafs. It's because they're not happy with him. Now, everyone wants to say he's done this great job. I'm telling you, okay, no GM's perfect, but I don't think he's done a good job because he inherited Austin Matthews, he inherited Mitch Marner, he inherited William Nylander, and then he made the mistake with the Tavares contract.
Yeah, he's made some good moves. He's made some shit moves.
Yes. Okay.
But
there's a reason he doesn't have an extension.
100%.
When you don't win a series in 6 years and you're on year 5, you don't get an extension.
Yeah, and especially the teams that he's had, and he's never changed anything, or he never traded one of the top 4 forwards. Yeah. So yeah,
trust me when I tell you, his job is on the line this year, people.
Oh, 100%.
If the Murray Samsonov experiment does not work, he's going to be fired.
It's not just him, and I think it's going to be the coach that's going to get fired. Too. and Shanahan, and there's going to be lots of shakeups, man. Guys are going to have to get traded, especially next year.
Because
Matthews' contract
I got news
ends.
for you guys. Austin Matthews, everyone, oh, he's just gonna resign. He's got 2 years left. After this year, it'll be one. He doesn't gotta resign with you guys. He's an
It's true.
unrestricted free agent. He can go where he wants. He can go follow the Americans somewhere. He can go follow Patrick Kane wherever he goes. Like, there's no guarantee he's resigning, guys. He can get his money from anywhere. So the Leafs better not screw up this year, because otherwise everyone's going to be gone. So keep that in mind. Now, I'd like to finish off with NFL coaches. What the hell is wrong with NFL coaches? I honestly, I don't know where, these guys are supposed to be the best coaches and from the best worlds, and they're supposed to be able to make conscious decisions. Okay, the LA Chargers coach, Jose, what the hell's this guy's name? Staley.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
What the hell are you doing going for it from your own 46-yard line with under a minute left? Are you out of your mind? You're lucky Cade York, the rookie, missed the kick, because that's a fireable offense. He goes for it on 4th and 2, misses, and I should have won that game. I had the Browns. I should have won that game. The guy missed the kick. And even their own receiver went on Twitter and said, what the hell are we doing? Because Keenan Allen missed the game and he was watching from home. It's like, what the hell are we doing going for it on 4th and 2? Punt the damn football. Okay? We already had Hackett make dumb moves. Then we get to the Chargers game. First, I understand why Andy Reid is doing it, because they have a kicker who's a backup to Butker, and he's not the most consistent. He's like a player kicking the ball. But there's no excuse for Josh McDaniels. Your team is 1-3. You've blown a couple of leads. You're up 17-0 in this game, and you're about to blow another lead. You got Mahomes on the other side. Even if you get the 2-point, Mahomes is going to kick a field goal. Okay? The guy's gotten field goal in 10 seconds before against Buffalo in the championship game. Okay? Kick the extra point. Like, seriously, tie the game. Your offense is still going. You could win this game in overtime. You might even get the ball back. It's just stupid to not kick the extra point there. Okay? I said this about the Ravens last week when they didn't kick the field goal and allow Buffalo come down, run the clock down, and kick a field goal to win the game. Stupid decisions like that are going to cost you football games. Now, for those of you who want to talk about Brian Daboll, the situation is different. The Giants are nobody. The Giants have been garbage for years. Brian Daboll's in a different situation. He can go for it, and it doesn't matter. Right? It might matter now because he's 4-1, but it didn't matter in the first week of the season. If he lost, no one would have cared. If he wins, everyone's going to praise him. So there's no risk there. The Chargers coach has been doing this for 3 years, cost him a playoff spot last year by making these dumb calls. Okay? Stupid coaching is driving me nuts in the NFL. I'm telling, and Buffalo better watch out. They're going to get Josh Allen hurt. You better start running the ball, because if he's the only running back and the only guy who's passing the ball, he's going to run into a defense that's going to hurt him. So you better watch out, because he's a big boy. But he gets hurt. Your season's over if he gets hurt.
You see what the problem is with these new head coaches? They're all offensive coordinators or defensive coordinators, so they never have that experience as being a head coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these guys are used to just making calls, play calls, and stuff like that. They're not used to coming down to the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left and see what's going on. You have to actually be a coach. You're gonna have to call timeouts. You're gonna have to see what the hell's going on. That's the problem with these head coaches. A lot of these new head coaches, they're all coordinators that come from different teams, and they're not ready to be the head coach. So the only one that's been doing good is the Giants head coach, but that's just because they've been a little bit lucky too. You can't. There's games that they should have lost and then they won the game. It's just it's like you said, it's just stupidity. Like, I didn't get that Raiders, like you said, they should have kicked that extra point and tie up the game. The field goal kicker from the Kansas City was missing field goals all game, so you have to put the pressure on them. You can't just go for it. And then, like you said, that LA Chargers coach, that guy, he's been going for fourth downs all this time, but like once in a while, okay, if it's one, but not like it was like 6 yards or whatever it was. Like, dude, and on your side of and when you're up only by 1 point or 2 points that they were up, I totally agree with you. But I don't know, man. It's just these NFL coaches are even against the Lions game. They went 0 for 4 or 0 for 6 on 4th downs against the Patriots. Even when it was like at the beginning of the game, it was a 4th and 9, and they went for it, and the guy got an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't, dude.
Yeah.
Let's play.
Yeah.
Let's play smart, man. Like
Yeah.
these coaches, I know, like for the Lions, they have nothing to lose. I understand
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Like, especially the Chargers. Like you're in a tough division. You need these games to win, and you're just trying to give away games for free. No,
Yeah.
that's being
Yeah,
stupid.
especially in that division. Like, even though it's a disappointing division so far, it's good. Every game in that division is going to be tough. I told you guys last week. I mentioned my lock of the week, which did come in, but I said that if you get 7.5 on a division game in that division, you take the dog every single time. And the Raiders, they showed you, like they always play Kansas City tough. So that 7.5 is a lock every time.
And now Adams is probably going to get suspended for what he did to pushing the cameraman like an idiot.
Yeah.
He's already getting charged.
Speaking of that, Adams. Okay, you had a catch that would have won the team the game. You bobbled the ball. It's your fault. Don't blame anybody else. Okay. Then you run into Renfro and you get mad for running into Renfro. That game was lost because of you. It wasn't lost because of the calls or because of running into the guy or because of the guy you pushed aside. You lost that game by bobbling the ball. You're supposed to be this great receiver. You bobbled the ball. That's why you lost the game. Because otherwise, you kick the field goal. Carlson's going to kick the field goal. You guys win.
Yeah.
Right now, Josh McDaniels put you in that situation, but at the same time, you had a chance to win. You blew it. Okay. And I've said this about my coach. Kyle Shanahan has a lot to prove. Okay. In tough situations, he has proven to choke or not be good in tight situations in the playoffs, and that is still true today. So his offense picked it up, got 37 points against a struggling Carolina team. Great, because your offense was brutal before that. And with a quarterback like Jimmy G, you got to be really careful. And I'll give Mike McCarthy credit. He knows what he has in Cooper Rush, and he played it like that. My defense is going to dominate. I'm going to run Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. I'm going to make easy throws for this kid, and we're going to win with our defense. I got to give him credit. He's got to do the same thing when Prescott comes back, because when Prescott's been around, Mike McCarthy's been a disaster. And so this is the kind of coaching that just drives me insane. And it's just like, I understand there's a reason Kansas City's in the playoffs every year. Yes, Andy Reid's a good coach, but until he got Mahomes, Andy Reid was a disaster in the playoffs. So, coaches, just like sometimes the simple thing is the right thing to do. You don't have to do something crazy, and all you egos out there, just, play for your team. Don't have such a big ego. Play for your team. We had a great ball game the other game. Everyone was rolling, everyone was running, everyone was playing, and we kicked that team's ass, and we're gonna do it again this week. Play for your team. It ain't about you. It ain't about one person. It's about the whole team. So even Jose
Amen.
with one leg, we play for that one leg. Okay. And he's like that. But by the way, that guy's lucky because I had a view from the bench, and that guy stuck out his stick when he shouldn't have. I was on the floor. It wouldn't have been pretty. So, hopefully Jose doesn't have a wooden foot for the rest of his life, and he'll be able to play again.
No, all right. We'll play again, and then hey, what comes around goes around. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, look out.
What comes around goes around.
If you're watching this video, look out. There's gonna be some payback.
100%. You better believe it.
So that's what's bothering me this week. I'm also bothered by the fact that I couldn't go watch AEW in Toronto tonight because idiot Tony Khan went to the Coca-Cola Arena with an 8,000 seat stadium instead of the ACC, which was open because the Leafs were in Montreal tonight. Hey, Tony Khan, I know you kind of watch, I'm going to tweet this to you after my video. Okay. Can you come to the ACC next time? Okay. Can you come to Scotiabank? Because there are way more wrestling fans in Canada than you think. And I would have been there to cheer on your product, but I couldn't because you only had 8,000 seats that were gone in the first 5 minutes to the pre-show people. I couldn't even get tickets. Next time you come, make sure you go to the ACC. Okay. You're more popular than you think. But that's about it for what's bothering me. We'll be back next week. We will have some stories because we are going to have the aftermath of the Minnesota-Miami miracle over here with these boys. And I know there's going to be some stories coming out of that. So Hopefully, we'll be able to talk to Gil, who's somewhere back there already tailgating. Okay, and we'll have some stories from him. Maybe we'll have Barbosa on, see what he can tell us. Okay, so we'll have the four of us next week just to talk about their trials and tribulations. I'm saying this right now. I will pay someone some money. I'm not going to say how much, but I'll pay someone money if they get Gil in a Cousins jersey. I'll pay someone some money right now. If someone gets that guy in a Cousins jersey and takes a picture, I'm gonna pay someone some $20. I'll tell you right now. I'll pay someone $20, get him in a Cousins jersey and take a picture. I'm telling you right
We'll
now.
see what we can do.
Okay, I
We'll see
swear
what
to
we
God,
can do.
because
We'll see.
I swear that I will love that if I see that. But
The problem is we're all wearing Miami jerseys, so
yeah, that's
it's
true.
gonna be hard.
That's true. Yeah, I've seen you guys wear road jerseys before. I think.
I was the only one. I had the year that we went. I had the Browns when they went to play against the Ravens, OBJ jersey, and everybody else had the Ravens.
All right, guys. So that's our show for this week. Please subscribe, like, and comment on our videos. What's bothering us is kind of our therapy session to get that all that negative energy out for the week, and then you woosah and you feel better. But it'll just come right back after we get off the show. We'll have another what's bothering us next week. But until next week, I'm the mouth of the North Andrews. This is Jose Carlos Gomes, and somewhere in the background, Gil Santos hiding, drinking. Well, maybe we'll see if he's back. You know. But until next week, we will see you on the next Reese Report.